Good evening, follower. We want to say again, welcome to the Miles Television. It is a pleasure to be here again tonight on another journey. We are so happy wherever you are. We want to encourage you to please, you can like and share, and those necessary comments, questions that you have tonight for our discussion. You can ask those necessary. We have some of our guests here that will be making some clarity on our topic tonight. So we have our first guest that just joined us. We say welcome to the Master Vision, brother Emmanuel.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mario. Thank you for the invitation. I'm so happy to be on the show tonight.
All right. So okay, it's a pleasure. Can be a little bit audible. We are not. Can you just a little bit audible?
Okay. Am I clear now?
Yeah, you are clear. Okay, we want to go straightly. We are not going to waste time tonight. Time has passed us by. So, Brother Emmanuel, I believe our audience today will want to know who is Brother Emmanuel. You give us to begin this discussion.
Hello, Ma. Are you there?
Okay, Brother Emmanuel.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you getting me now?
Yeah. You can go ahead. Follow want to know who is Brother Emmanuel. You know a little bit about you tonight. Can you tell our followers?
All right. Thank you so much, Mario, and thank you to our listeners, and also my name is Emmanuel P. Skinner. I am from Liberia, and I'm currently in India pursuing my degree. I also sent for students in global academia on a global adults, and I have tried my possible best over the past times to bring few students in India for study. So this is why I also honored the invitation because it have to do with education, and I think these are many questions sometimes comes to us as agents. So nothing more and nothing less. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so wherever you are. That was a brilliant introduction from Brother Emmanuel. He's one of the agents of Global Accord, and personally, he's studying within India here. So we have our own brother Alfred. How are you, my brother? Welcome to the show tonight. Hello, Alfred. Hello, Alfred. I think you have to drive and come back. You have to drive and come back. Can you just drive and come back? I don't know. So, brother Alfred, you have to leave and come back on because I'm not really getting you. Okay, brother Emmanuel. So we start our discussion tonight. Most of our people back home, they love to study abroad. They have been hearing about this. There are a lot of our people have been scammed by other people. People will lie to them. And today we thought it was our was to bring this station that some clarities can be made when it comes to how study abroad things work. Hear your introduction tonight on the topic study abroad and their challenges along with some national issue. We will come to the national issue, but we want to firstly deal with the study abroad issue. So can we hear from you tonight, sir?
Okay, so thank you. That's like I said from the very beginning of my introduction that this topic is really encouraging and is actually welcoming because this is actually the problem that we face in our various countries that we are facing here in India because there are a lot of people who are on the internet and giving people the impression that yeah they are agent that they are working for that institution because they want to get students coming and they are scamming people. Honestly, it is true and it is really really happening. So it's really I think for every parent and every young individual who is growing up, once your family have the money, I think it's a good thing for you to come and study in India, in other countries. But studying abroad, there's a lot of challenges, like Mario said. They are need to consideration because if you don't know before sending your children, a member or whoever abroad to study, it become an issue. Sometimes they create a difficulty that the students might not be able to complete the degree and they will have to go back because most of the cases because to the challenges have not been given the proper coming to study. All they tell them is the situation, you do this and the rest of it like that, and people don't know what they are coming for. So another thing, one thing that I want listeners and everyone who is listening to this show tonight, I'm going to be giving you a list, a breakdown of some of the things to expect when you are coming for studies in India, in any part of the world. One, I want you to look at the financial, they have a financial stream. And when we talk about the financial constraint, you expect to have high tuition fees. Are you there, Mario? Hello, are you good, Mario?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alfred, are you getting us? Hello, Alfred. I don't know what is happening to Alfred. Yeah, we are getting you. You can speak. Hello, Alfred. Hello. I think you can go ahead. Just continue.
Okay, so one of the things that parents and students should take into considerations should have at the back of their mind when you wanting your students or your family members to come study in India. Like I said, it's a good thing, but the first things that you have to take into consideration is financial constraint. There is a high financial constraint with high tuition fees, accommodation, travel expense, and living costs. These things are very, very expensive when it comes to studying abroad because when you do look at the educations back in our own countries, the tuition fee might be less in the country, but then coming abroad, you may have a high tuition fee. You don't expect it to be like the way it is in our country. Like for me, I'm from Liberia. You don't expect the tuition fee to be like the way it is in Liberia. Yet we are being told, or parents have been told that the tuition fee is like this, the tuition fee is like that. But it is on two bases when you are sending your child in India on the study. When we talk about the tuition fee, the accommodation, because if you have to come to study in India, I know more about India. I don't know more about other countries for now. There is a two-way there is the two-way street in studying in India. One, agents are going to tell you about the tuition fee and that which parents are fully aware of. And another thing that is not being told is that you might have the kids studying in a hostel, living in the hostels and going to school, and living outside the hostel and also going to school. And then sometimes living in a hostel, the hostel provide food for the students on a daily basis, provide electricity for the students. But again, living outside is another extra expensive because here, when you look at the rentals here and the rented back home, is a whole sort of different thing, is a kind of high. So on the hostel, students are being told that there are certain amount of money being told to parents. For example, if a university is offering students a chance to come and study, agents are telling them the exact amount. So living outside as well is more expensive because you need to have everything that a person will need to have when it comes to cooking, when it comes to going to the market. There's a lot of whole expenses. So I want people to understand that it is expensive. Nobody should tell you that these things is not expensive. It is really, really expensive, especially when you are living outside. Because on the hostels, it is not far from the school. But then outside of the hostel, you might have a chance to get a car to go to the university. You might also have your own bags to go to the university. So living expensive things in studying abroad. So that means parents have to be prepared before sending your kids, your family member abroad for education purpose, because it's not easy, especially in India, to study in these places. Aside from tuition fee, there are other challenges, there are other fees, there are other money issues that will come about. So, second on the list here, I have the students also have to understand there is a cultural difference that they expect to mean in India that I'm talking about, because the culture back home and the culture in India is way different. Like in India, you will expect that in every part of India you go, just understand that the people culture system here is different. One, you have to go to an entertainment place and you find the people have their lay god that they worship beside their businesses. So these are things you see across. Two, you also expect the different way the people live here. Like if you are into the apartment that you rent and you are living in the morning, you may see yourself going to school. Nobody get your time. Nobody coming to ask you why you didn't go to school. Nobody coming to ask you why, how you slept, how is this. You are totally alone. You are totally alone when you come to study. It's not like back in, you notice that somebody is going to come to your house to check how you coming home. Somebody is going to come. Everybody is minding their business. Nobody getting involved with people personal problems. So people is living, managing their own life. You with me?
We are getting you very clearly. We are getting you.
So you're going to expect a total cultural difference. The way of the movement, the free is not compared to the way it is in your country. The freedom you have there, it is not abroad. There is a total different systems when it comes to studying abroad. You also most students academic pressures where you have to address to the different system of teachings as compared to the method that is being used in our country, that is in Liberia, in whatever country you find yourself in, the system of teachings is way back different. It is not something you expect that it should be on the same line. That is total different in the study in India. So when you are coming and you expect that, yeah, the same way you are being treated back in country is the same way you're going to be here. No, it's different. It is totally different. Expect different teaching method. Expect that you're going to do research. Expect that you're going to do your personal study. You're going to go beyond. And another one that I have here with the visa and legal issues that you have to meet when here, because back in the countries in Liberia, you notice you live freely. It is not like something where you find in Liberia you have to go carry your visa. People live in a country, they don't have time for visa. But here in India, once you come with a visa, expect that you're going to be in the positions to renew visa after every term, depending on the duration that the immigration people are going to. There are a lot of things you have to keep in mind when you are coming to study, because in your country you live freely. Nobody's giving you hard time to say go and do the renewing, go and do this one. Here, every time and every time you have to look at the visa. If the time is going to get expired, the time you don't do it, you're going to get involved into immigration issues, which have to carry you around the issue of money payment, because every day that pass back, if your visa expires and you are not able to renew your visa on time, there is a money attached to you on a daily basis before it can be renewed. If you take 1 month, any other money that have been out of visa process, you will definitely pay that money before. Two, you should also expect that coming to India, you're going to have discrimination or a broad discrimination aspect. Many people comes to India with a very high, but coming to India or going to any other countries part of this world, you have to lower your expectation. Let nobody fool you that yeah, things are going to be just okay. No. Expect that there will be a discrimination. One of the things we face is discriminations. You are black, and the person and the people are white on this side. They are first time seeing your color. They don't want to come around you. They take you to be like you are totally a different person. If they don't even want to interact with you, sometimes you find yourself like you are not even a human. So you notice that when you get back in the marketplaces, many people are escaping you. People are laughing at you, and you don't have to be moved by this thing, because why? These people who you are also seeing are people who have never seen uh black people. We have not interact with black. So at this stage, you'll notice that you feel to yourself that you are not human. Discrimination comes in, and you also feel racism. People mock at you. People laugh at you on the street when you are moving. But they are not matter. These are things that you shouldn't think about when you are coming. Say you expect people to like you. No. You have to your like I here in living outside of hostel. So these activities are a day. Out of hundreds of people you will meet, you might find only two to talk with you. Few people who want to interact you coming from. The rest see you as an enemy. What matters is not about people liking you. It's not about people talking to you abroad. What matters is the purpose for, and the particular. So you have no other thing to say, oh, I have to make sure people know, people don't want to see you. So recently, you're going to have a high level in every other country. You will have to go in, but that be your thought. It shouldn't be something that should bring you because people to like you. And then also have health and well-being. As that is for sure. And the thing is, many people who are doing people processes back in Liberia, you notice, or any other countries, they are going to tell you that, oh yeah, when you come to India, you have to health center, you have to hospital on the university campus. I'm telling you that is not true for no of. There is no president that's going to take the full responsibility of treating you, making money from back home. So you come here, you might have free checkup, but the drugs that should keep you fit, strong, you will need to spend money for it. So there is nothing other that I see any other university that will tell you, nobody should lie to you that healthcare in this place is something that you will get free. No, it's not possible. So when you are sending, and everybody is sending their children, their brother, expect that there will be extra money that you will spend. Because there are many people who have been told you only paying tuition fee, healthcare, all this one is going to be free. That is not true. And you will also have the issue of job business in India. I don't know about other countries because when people are doing people process nowadays and they want you to come and they want a family to pay money for you to come and study, they are also going to tell you that studying abroad, you will have job. Like in India, you don't have job. That is a complete lie. When you are here on a study, when you are sending your kids in India for study, know that the money for that child to survive, for that person to survive, will come from the family directly. If you are from Africa, that means that money will come from Africa directly. There is no possibility for African, for foreigners to get job in India. The first and foremost thing, you are coming on a student visa, not a working visa. So we don't want people telling you you're going to have job, you're going to be having a kind of where you'll be doing part-time job. There is no part-time job in India. Erase that. So once you are sending kids in, know within yourself that you will support them monthly. And then we talk something about students going on a hostel. Our hostels is like in Liberia is something we refer to as a dorm, as a dormitory. So in the hostel, yes, they feed the students. They are going to tell you feed the kids, the children full-time daily, student full-time daily. Yeah, it is true. But some parents also rely on that and say because they were told that students are being fed full-time daily. So for this reason, they are not sending like a allowance for these kids because they're eating full-time daily. That didn't tell you there is a food difference you're going to meet up with in India, in any other country. A student or a child who have never eaten certain type of food in India, you're going to come and meet up with this different type of food preparation. And especially on a hostel, the people are not cooking food in the interest of African because on the hostel you have both Indians, you have both nationals that are on the hostel. So they cook the food as one. And these food are food that are not satisfactory to most African. So if you sending your kids back in India on a study and you say because they were told of eating full time daily and you can't send them food, it helped to break them down. So once you are sending your child on a hostel, no matter the situations, you have to understand that there is fees, there is a upkeep you will need to send so that they can be able to manage their life outside. So I don't having high expectations for me. I will advise anybody coming to India, high expectations should be something that you should get off your mind. This is a complete student centers, a student area when you come. No job, no movement. Your movement depends on your pocket. If you have money to move around, it depends. So if you are sending your kids to India in any other country as a parent, I urge you that you trust your pocket. You trust your financial strength before sending children. Because if you don't do that, what will happen is these children or these people you are sending will not be able to achieve the degree. Thank you very much.
We want to say thank you so much, brother, for that brilliant in. And these are things that we want our people to, because every time they come, we want to study abroad. There are most of our people back, others here, right? They tell us this, and at the end of the day, the person comes to India and they do not see or what they were, and then they start to drain down. They try to feel very bad, and then if you don't mind, the person want to return back home. But thank you so much. We have some questions for you. But before we get there, brother Alpha, we say welcome to the Master of Vision tonight. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, sir, and you?
Fine, my brother. Today I saw your school where where how
Oh, yes, actually, I do miss it a lot. I was kind of looking at it and I was like, yo, there where I am from.
Junior Christian Academy.
Sure, sure.
I don't know. We brought you here tonight to get some information from you. So, firstly, our audience will want to know. We want to take your introduction a long time, a little bit fighting to come on. So, our audience will want to know who is Brother Alfred. So, my brother, can you introduce yourself tonight?
Okay, thank you. I'm Alfred T. Moore by nomenclature, and then I'm a student of the Lofty Professional University, India. Yeah, and also a student representative of the Liberian student currently sitting in Lofty Professional University. Also, I'm a IT student who is currently in my second year, and that's just all about me.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure hearing
Okay.
that from you. Well, he's also an alumni of Junior Christian Academy, if you don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry for not mentioning that.
So tonight, my brother, with the topic, we'll go to the national issues, but tonight we want to focus on. So we want to give you the next 5 minutes to tell us, uh, to give us your own highlight discussion tonight about studies that have been faced by students who come to India here. Can you say, after we are listening to you?
Okay, thank you once more again, my brother and friend. Like I listened to brother Emmanuel. He said a lot. So, back home in our country, when we have, like, probably when you are being told that you are about to travel abroad, there are a lot of expectation you have. So many people have a lot of expectation. Oh, I'm going, things will be okay, this, that, a lot of things. But there are some things I would like to tell the public tonight. Uh, Yes, coming out of your country to studies abroad, it is a great opportunity because you have different experience. you get to know people, you have so many connections, and you have better knowledge. Basically, that we understand back in our country, there are some equipment and facilities that is lacking, and then here and there, school and other stuff. Yes, and that is one of the opportunities that we usually get. But taking that into consideration, yes, we count that as a best opportunity. But taking that into consideration, when you come, you will see a lot of things. You will experience a lot of things that is not actually going well. Like you will encounter things. You will feel you will feel like you are being someone that doing disadvantage on you, because basically we look at our university, current university that I'm in, or the lovely professional university. Yes, or the lovely professional university. We understand in that school that the Indians have been prioritized more than Africans, more than people, more than international students who come for studies. Because basically, you will see that the lessons are being presented in the way Indians understand. So we from West Africa, it gave a hard time. We struggle a lot because we have to come home, like open laptop, go on YouTube and learn by ourselves and other stuff. And absolutely, maybe probably you have some places around the world wherein they give students time to work. But if I have to advise anybody coming to India for studies, I will tell you that you should erase that from your mind. That absolutely there will be no job for you, because you don't even have the time to say, oh, you have to work, because basically you have to go to school from Monday to Friday, and from 5 to let's say from 9 to 5 p.m. in the evening. So that is a very a hectic deal for you. And taking that into consideration, you have a lot of tasks to do, a lot of things to carry on, and a lot of uh stuff to do. Yeah, I've just struck down some few disadvantages that comes that we that students that come for studies facing. So now, yeah, here's the first disadvantage. You will understand that you don't have mom, you don't have dad, you don't have uncle, you don't have auntie. So you are totally on your own. You are totally on your own. And then another thing is this: you will understand that you have to do everything by yourself. You have to do everything by yourself. You have to focus on yourself. You have to do everything by yourself. So, and then you will understand that the right you have in your country is actually not the right you have here, because you don't have that privilege to do anything against the will. And I listen to observe you. Immigration is looking at you. Like for my university that I'm in, you have to renew your visa after every 1 month. 1 month ahead, rather. 1 month ahead, you have to renew your visa. If you don't renew your visa in 1 month that they gave you ahead, you are going to be blocked from school. And then if that time, you will face a lot of difficulty, because you'll be from office to office, and then it'll be here and here, hauling and pulling you, and then you won't even get the time to focus on class. That is one. And I don't know for other universities around, but for my university, the study is very different. So coming, you have to focus a lot. You will understand that back in library, you don't know anything about if you don't have this attendance, you won't write test, because basically teacher, yeah, we understand that instructors give attendance, they take attendance, but they I don't think they can deter you from getting to writing your exam. You have to attend every class. That is one of the things we understand. You know, actually, great is you should have a determined mindset. Determined mindset. You should know what and what you are here for. Some of our Africans, they come, due to peer pressures, they are being led to so many things. They are being led to so many things. But if you focus on what you came here for, in any part of the world, if you have the opportunity to travel, you should know what you're coming for. And one thing I would like to turn over to my brother, you should know who's doing your process, because we have a lot of camera is doing process. Sometimes you will feel like they are doing a rifle process for you, but the moment and they won't tell you what happening here. They won't tell you what is going, how the school runs. Probably though sometimes they will even fool you all this 100% or whatsoever. They won't tell you. But then you come here and then you see different things. So I would like to leave the advice to the public. You have to know who is doing your process, and you have to have every details before making such decisions. Brother, are you getting me? Are you getting me?
I'm getting. Thank you so much, brother Alfred. Thank you so much for that brilliant presentation. You know, like you stated something pertaining the visa issue. My my own experience I had pertaining the visa issue. I never knew that I was given 6 months, or you call your resident permit in India. So I thought it was like 1 year. I never knew anything about that. And after some times, when I tried to realize that, oh, the visa that they gave me was 6 months, but then 6 months have already passed. I had 3 to 4 months that were added on it. I have to go and pay some money for the visa to the office. And I paid a huge amount of money before they were able to give me
Okay.
a new resident permit to stay in India. So these are things that we don't explain to our people, we don't educate our people on, and then when they just come here, we take it very lightly. And at the end of the day, most of our people have been found. There are a lot of people who is living here today. A lot of our Africans who are here today, they are being found by the people. Because sometimes we may think that, oh, maybe they don't know about it, they don't know, but even those who do their processes don't tell them these things. They don't tell them these things, and they fall into this problem. At the end of the day, now there's no way to explain it to your parents. It becomes serious challenge for you, or challenges for us. So thank you for bringing that up. So we are going to go through question and answer. But before that, we are trying to get Brother Emmanuel. There are some things he spoke up about. We are trying to get him. I hope all of our followers, we are here tonight, so you can just state your question you want to ask our people. Yeah, but Emmanuel, let me say, Brother Alfred, you spoke on something, right? You talk about the presentation of the lessons, right, to students.
Yeah, okay.
What are those major, right? What are those major challenges you feel that African we face here when it comes to the presentation of lessons?
Okay, thank you once more again, my brother. So, basically, uh, here in India, the way in which the people speak, that their English is not fluent. So, they struggle when it comes to English. So basically, when they are teaching, because they understand that in each classes, you will understand that there are a lot of Indians. So you won't find few Africans or probably different international students that is basically in the class. So just due to that, they teach the way in which the general understand, not in which the whole class understand. So it will give you 12 time, and even if you even ask them to repeat, they won't give you that teaching, they won't give you that response for you to understand. So if you have to, like probably in Liberia, when instructor teach, almost the whole class understand, because we understand the way in which they speak, and even if we don't, they will have to bring it down to our level. But yeah, they understand that they sometimes they even have to transform that into their Hindi, or we say Punjabi and other stuff. They have to transform that. So it gave authors, it gave international students, most especially we from West Africa, it gave us tough time to understand what they are saying. But if you have time to adjust to it, you will get cope with it. You will understand some point. You understand at a certain point, but you still need to come home and do home studies, because what they taught, what they would they teach you in class It's very, very small to say, oh, it can sustain you for the future. So you have to come back and go through YouTube or do a research before understanding the thing they were talking in class. So basically, what African students do usually were just take key points down when they are presenting. We just take a key point to help ourselves.
Hello, Brother Emmanuel. Email, are you there with us? Okay, okay. So there are a few questions I get for you. You then spoke about the cultural differences, right? We look at most of our people back home who are from the Christian area, right? And whenever they come to India, want to prioritize, prioritize their religions, right? And looking at India to be a different era, a different culture, right? They practice another thing, and some of these things have led to a lot of problems against the African students. So, would you like to speak on that tonight to us? His line is breaking. But Brother Alfred, can you speak on that? Because I just look at a situation this few times. I think at one of the states where African students were being chased from that area because of this same religious issue and other things. What do you have to say on that, Brother Alfred?
Yeah, oh, there's a lot to say about that. But also, we have to load our voice because we are in the people country. So we have to load our voice. Yeah. So there is a lot because yes, cultural differences is a lot to say about it. Because I also witnessed a lot of things that have been happening. Africans have been brutalized, have been tortured to death, and then at the end we don't see anything about it. There was the incident that even took place in Delhi that we heard about it. Some Africans, some Nigerians and Ghanaians that were brutalized to death. And then we did some follow up to know if those people, because basically in the video there were some police and Indian citizen who did the act. And then we try going through it, and then the next thing we understand that is in the Indian law, as long as act have been carried on by a group of people, the Indian government had nothing to do with it. So I was like, what's that? So based on that, they gave them that advantage. That's why you see they always attack in group to torture African students and to do everything they feel like doing. There are so many things, but actually some of our Africans who comes here, they also create the problem for themselves because you understand that you are here, the culture is different. So you have to adapt to the people culture and understand how they live and live according to how they want you to live. Because when the tension come up, you have no one here to help you in the process. Even you have some Africans around, but everyone want to save their life. Everyone want to return back home safe. So at the end, you will be almost like alone. People will help you, but you always be like alone. Like recently, there was an incident that took place in Katani, I think around Kanansa, that we have been talking about, where in the Indians community requested that all Africans should leave the community and go. So based on that, it also make the student confused and all that stuff. So the cultural difference is very, very hard. But like I said, brother, we cannot talk a lot because we are in the people country. So we have to lower our voice and just talk some. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Send my email. Can we hear from you on that? Can we hear from you on that? On the cultural differences from Africans and that of Indians and other Africans come to the country and then they want to prioritize their own culture, which of course is now well welcoming by the Indians, right? The Indian citizens, yeah, and has causing a lot of problems for Africans today. What would you like to say about that, Brother Emmanuel? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that brilliant answer. Brother Emmanuel, you then spoke about academic pressure, right? Uh, there are more Africans that come to the country and then they find it difficult to get adapted to the academic system here, right? So looking at the academic system within India and that of where you came from, Liberia, what do you think that what people need to do back home in order to improve the academic learning system back home? That whenever students are leaving from there, coming out, they with those challenges that all are facing now. Can you say something about that?
No, no, no.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for that answer. Brother Alfred, our next question goes to you, right? Alfred,
Okay, okay.
our next question goes to you. Are you there?
I'm here, sir. I'm here.
Okay. So, question have to do with people telling their students back home in India and then feel very disappointed. Sometimes when even they are not strong, they want to return back home because of those pressures and other things that is here. What do you love to hear about that? Mostly those who are here, agency. What do you like about that when it comes to giving information about job back to our other colleagues about job in India? Do you have something important to say on that?
Yes. So firstly, for those that are currently here, there are these agents that is here with these schools that is blackmailing people back home, telling them that there's a job here. Or I would like to tell them to stop the ad because it is like putting someone at the stage or at the expectation and then they come, it brings some traumas to you. It make you to feel that way because basically you will be thinking that, oh yes, I come, I'll have that job to help my family or to at least to stabilize myself when I'm working. I'm since I'm schooling, at least to get some other necessary things for myself. So for those people who is into the art is very bad. I would like to tell them to stop because at certain point in time, because I guess there is certain groups of people, I won't call their name, but that they're complaining that we should service them, which of course that we are currently working on to see how best to get rid of them because they have brought a lot of students and the students are here crying like they tell the student another thing and then the students come they see another thing and then
Brother
for
Alfred,
those
let me
that
hold you there. Can I hold
okay
you there? Can I hold you
okay
there?
okay
We want to make this discussion very interactive, right? You just said something.
okay
I want to hold you there. I'm trying to be very stable, right? Sorry to say,
no,
this is a
no problem
platform
brother
that
no
we are
problem
here to educate our people, right? And you just
okay
said that something that there are certain group of people. I think you have you getting fact about them?
we like I said we are working on it thoroughly and we are seeing how best to track it like which of course I cannot call their name for security reason.
No, okay, okay. But I think
Okay,
I think we would like to bring you back here because these are things that is happening is affecting a lot of our people that we know about. So if we get these people
okay,
within our community and then we cannot tell the public about them, we will be taking risks. We will be taking risks with
yes,
our other police who are coming. So we hope to bring you back here. We want to know the list of people. So continue from where
okay,
you stop, brother.
okay, no problem brother. So for those that are back home, okay, so when I would like to give them this advice, right? When you have been given this opportunity to travel abroad and come, I would like you to have, even if you have been told that when you arrive, you have a job opportunity. I would like you to delete that expectation and have with only thought and focus that I'm going for studies. So that should be your focus. Because if you have that high expectation and when you come, you don't see it, you going to put yourself into another problem that I don't know where you going to see yourself next. Because that's why you see people come and then due to the peer pressure, due to whatsoever they have been facing, they try to put themselves in in different things. At the end, the parents don't even know what they are doing here. Because that's what students do. We understand there are few students who is doing some jobs here because they want to work. They are doing some illegal jobs because they want to work. The illegal jobs feel like, oh, because there is no job, and then since I have the job, I'm going to do it. Some are doing illegal job and they are not even focusing on the lesson. They are not even focused on what they are here for. Because we all know in India, to have the time to work is very, very difficult because you are here strictly for studies. You don't have the access to work. So I would like to leave the advice to students back home that is traveling to find a way and come over to India for studies. Your focus should be only for studies. Do not have that expectation. If anyone tell you, oh, there is here there is a job, ask them if they are working. And if they tell you that yes, they are working also, and also ask for some contacts and do a checkup without them even knowing to finalize if yes, students work. Thank you.
So much. Thank you so much for that answer. Okay, so we hope to have Brother Alfred who will be telling us because he's a student representative within the Liberian community, and we want to make sure that the Liberian community is being safe from these things, right? People lying to them. So we're having here to call those names. Brother Emmanuel, right? There are questions I have for you here. Uh, you spoke about two ways when people come to India. Either you go on the hostel or that of you have to stay outside. And then you talk about the living expensive with what students staying outside, and then that of the hostel. So what do you have to say to our parents? Well, who just send their children because the school informed them that oh yes indeed they feel that they give the children 4 times a day, they feed them 4 times a day, and then there is no accommodation, nothing. They just leave them. Because of this reason, a lot of our girls' children, a lot of our guys and other people have been involved into a lot of other activities, illegal activity within India that is causing them a lot of harm. So, what do you have to tell our parents back when it comes to that issue, Brother Emmanuel?
Okay, thank you once more again, my brother. You know, back in Liberia, the moment we hear traveling, like you are going out for studies. Even if you're, I don't know, even if you have been told not to go, the person that made that statement to you will get actually angry with them. Why are you stopping me from my destiny? Why do you not want me to go out and have studies? But I would like to tell them this: coming outside of your country, it is fun, it is nice because you have a lot of experience. But you should also know that you have disadvantages and also have advantages because you will understand coming, you will have new experience, you will meet people, international people, you experience different culture, in some way somehow your life will be expanded because you will experience new things and you will encounter new things. But you should also understand, you should look at the disadvantage side because coming out, you are not going to come with your mom or dad or whosoever. So your mom or dad will not be here to know what is going on. So even if you call them back home and tell them, oh mom, dad, this is what is happening, this is what is happening. Yes, you are the child, but somewhere, somehow, it will take them time to respond to your complaint. It will take them time to respond to what you have said. So, like my brother was saying, your parents have to be very strong, very, very, very strong, and understand the economics before doing such or doing things for you in that manner. And the expectation, it should not be too high. Your focus should be what studies. Your focus should be what studies. Because you will come, you will see a lot of things. You will see a lot of things, you will experience a lot of things. But when your focus is on something else, then you actually lose track. You actually go somewhere else. Because here, actually in India, we are only here for studies. Here, there are a lot of opportunities in India. When you here in India, when you graduate, there are a lot of opportunities to go out another country. But that should not be your focus. Your focus should be what on the studies. And upon graduation, you can have another plan to do whatsoever you want to do out of the country you are in. But if you're thinking that, or probably if I come to India after I'm graduate, I'm going to work, no, it's difficult for you to work. It's kind of difficult unless you have the opportunity to go another place and do work. Thank you.